G'day guys and girls, Kieran French here. Oh, that's my name, I guess. Back with another shed build series. Today's episode is all about us prepping the car for paint. There is a step that you have probably missed, and you have been seeing me on the Instagrams and TikTok's been posting, and that was us stripping the car pretty much all the way down to bare metal. I'm pretty sure you didn't want to watch that. It was the most boring, tedious thing. All I've been using is sandpaper, paint stripper, a scraper, and it's been the most hectic job I've ever done. I must say, if you ever get paint strip on your hands, fucking burns, absolutely burns. I have sort of started using some products, which is my first sponsorship deal, and I'm very lucky that I actually got these guys on board, and they've wanted to support this build before everything sort of happened, and that was u-pol. u-pol is one of my sponsors, and that's what we'll talk about. I have been using their products. I will have to find some for you because they're somewhere in behind me, and how I've been using them, and what they can do for you, or how you can benefit from them, and where you can get them from, and all that fun stuff. But hello Spike, as you can see, we have started recording. Spike has found a toy, yeah. Our first thing was, where is it? This is the stuff I've been using. We've got Easy u-pol, Easy 3, which is a light skim on top. A fantastic body filler, which is another one I have been using. These two in comparison to each other. For the filler, there is one more. I'll see if I can find it. That's over here. There's an old tin. And u-pol, and this is a, what's it called? Can't remember the word now, so it just slipped out of my head. Fiberglass, that's the word, fiberglass. What we've done for the roof itself, we have pretty much prepped all the panels, got it to a position where we're happy with, and we couldn't really get it anymore with any more metal work, fabrication work. Within that time, we have stripped pretty much every door, roof, guard, whatever you can think of, filled in all the holes to get it ready to start putting this process in. We've used this for the filler, the fiberglass filler in the gutters and certain spots that needed to be filled. So that was a hefty process, definitely worth using. If that's something you're looking into doing. This one here, I have used before. Dad and I have used it a fair few times, so we wanted to give it another red hot crack. And then this, I have no idea about. This is like a finishing filler, which we thought we'd give a shot. So we've compared, I guess, joined these two together. So the way the process went, if I put it in order, it goes fiberglass, your main, I guess, filler, which I have seen a lot of videos of people just slapping it on, and then they sand it off. We didn't really want to do that. We wanted to try and make it as less strenuous on us as we could. So we went with thin layers of bog or car filler, whatever you want to call it, first. And then our final layers is now, which is where I'm up to. We are pretty much getting the car finally prepped for primer. It's been a long couple of weeks. We'll hopefully throw a, get it for you. So heavy. A high fill primer on, which is from u-pol as well. This is in a grey. We'll be throwing this in thick layers, and then we'll be doing a guide coat after that, just to see where our highs and lows are again. Then we might come back with, I think, the finishing bog filler, Easy 3. This is actually worth having on site if you need it, but to get a bigger, obviously, a bigger tin, I would definitely recommend this if this is something you're looking into getting into and want to try and use and work out yourself. Worth having both of these in your shed. So we've got our guns. There's our gun. Big thank you. This is another one, another sponsor. I wouldn't say they're a sponsor. They have been helping me for a fair bit of my stuff and content. They enjoy my DIY space, which is what this is in the shed. They have thrown me some Azito guns, and that is for me to throw in my primer. I do know that the nozzle isn't the best, which is my 1.4 spray gun nozzle. I think it needs to be a little bit thicker, but anyway, for primer, I don't really care. It will be very good and beneficial for me. That can go in the bin because it's done. Oops. We will start mixing up our high fill primer. Today's major sponsor, I say thank you to u-pol for jumping on board, or as everyone does know, u-pol is a part of Raptor. We have some little things going on I haven't really told about, but major sponsor today is u-pol. If you haven't got the chance and you want to get your stuff or your car or whatever automotive needs, and you need some filler, primer, whatever it could be, u-pol is your guy. I definitely... I definitely recommend u-pol. This is my opinion. Remember, anything I say is my opinion. I've always used u-pol and I didn't actually know, as you, dog's gone off. I didn't actually know this is all the stuff they did. The only one I really knew was this one, bog filler and the fiberglass. There is a massive range of stuff that is worth looking into if you are considering doing it yourself. The DIY space. The other major one is today is Azido DIY central for us who are just doing it ourselves and want to try it in the shed. We're going to give this gun a red hot crack. Along with this, I'll be pairing it with a new compressor, a full ball compressor, which is pretty much, I think they're a part of Azido, if I recall. And we'll set everything up. We'll be cleaning up after ourselves because it needs to be clean and ready and prepped for paint. And then we'll start pretty much throwing on thick layers of shed build series. I have no idea what episode we're up to. So many. Let's get stuck into it. I did forget to mention, get the words out. I'll probably use this u-pol acid etch primer before we think about spraying anything with the high fill. I can't thank u-pol enough. They've sent me out so much cool stuff, and for me, this is exciting. I'm excited to try and do this. Like, look at all this cool stuff. Look at all this. Look. This is Spike. Hello to everyone. He has an Instagram account. He's a little turd. Here's my puppy dog, and look at him. He's modeling for me. Yes, strike a pose. I'm gonna go over here. We currently have the rear doors being stripped. Yep, paint stripper, yep. To bare metal, absolute process and a half. You've got both of them here, both barn doors, getting stripped, as you can see. Is always wanting something. See, this is a little bit of bog here that needs to be prepped, but there will be a panel that goes over this. We were considering fully cutting this out, making it one full steel panel. You can see also some pitting or surface rust. This is because I have left it outside. Obviously this needs to be rubbed back. So we're ready for paint. So my normal rust, we've got this side done as well. I got to use these and tape everything up that I don't want grey in primer, and the things I do want in primer, like that stuff. The little windows, I'm not sure about that yet, but we'll work that out. What else do we have to do today? A little bit of rubbing back there. The roof is ready for a lick of paint. We need to get this thing in paint, pretty much, straight away, if we can. So I'm going to try and set up a time-lapse camera for you guys, and you guys can see the process of elimination of things that we need to do for Flick U and the shitbox we call a patrol. And there you go, guys and girls. I have got the car, half the car, in primer. When I say primer, I've got etch fill or etch primer. When I sprayed it on, it came out a lot thicker than we expected. We thought it was more like a translucent color, but it was a gray, and it came out quite thick. So we did 2 layers of the etch primer, and then we did 2 layers of primer filler. We are super happy with the way it came out. So that's pretty much how the car will sit for the car builders show. And you guys will see that in the next couple of weeks. So this will be coming out pretty late in the after, I think maybe on the same time, I don't know, we'll soon find out. I will do a intensive review on both the etch primer and the high fill. Someone did ask me to give a better explanation of why I've gone with that deal or that company. It's in primer. It's in primer. That's it. After everything that sort of happened, I didn't think I'd get here. we're here now. A couple more things, guards, we'll put the sound ending in, the car will go to the car builder's show. Once we've sort of done that, we'll start looking at the little nitty gritty shit that needs to go into. I'll sort of tell you what's happening, maybe some new diffs, maybe lockers, maybe a turbo, maybe some little sneaky little stuff here and there that will go into the car before hopefully August, which is my final reveal day. I would love to try and get the car into the 4-wheel drive expo for this year. I'll see you all in the next episode. I'm not sure what that would be. Until next time, guys and girls, I'll see you around.